All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Ocalapalooza. I'm excited to be here in Florida in the warmer weather. The rest of the country is getting pummeled, it looks like, by some colder weather and some snow. And, it may have rained today, but it was a beautiful day here in terms of temperature and some fish were biting. We just got back from the Wednesday welcome dinner. It's a new thing we're doing this year on the Kayak Adventure Series on Wednesdays for those people who are already in town, which, let's face it, most people are probably already in town if you live far away. So we did the Wednesday welcome dinner presented by Kayak or Die. So appreciate those guys for sponsoring that. And they're going to sponsor all of them throughout the rest of the year. So that's kind of cool. You're going to win a hat or shirt or some stickers, some cool apparel or something from Kayak or Die. So appreciate Bill and the folks over there at Kayak or Die. It was a blast. Thank you guys for coming out. We had like 25 people show up to the District Bar and Kitchen in downtown Ocala. The food was amazing. So appreciate everyone that worked there and all the hard work and the city of Ocala for showing me that cool spot that I could take you guys to. So we had our little dinner there when we met with the folks that kind of brought us here with the city of Ocala. And it was such a cool venue. I just thought, man, I really would love to incorporate that restaurant and kind of the views you have there with the Kayak Adventure Series. So appreciate you guys for showing up, and that was a lot of fun. This will not take long. This is I'm getting, this is the first one of the 2025 season, so will not take long. This is just kind of a quick need to know sort of meeting, if you will, briefing. Everything really you need to know is on the website. So this is kind of just extra bonus in case you have any questions live right now. You guys can chime in with those. But it's all on the website. We keep this very simple. If you don't understand anything, guys, with the Kayak Adventure Series, my number is on the tournament director page. My email is there, Drew at Kayak Adventure Series. Number is 706-540-4280. You need to call me, message me, and ask me before the tournament starts. That way you can get clarity on if you're, in breach of any rules. So it's so much easier. We're never looking to try to find a way to not let you fish somewhere. As long as it's legal to fish in the rules, if that's your question, or if your question's about something else, whatever, you need to clear it with us first. So please clear it with myself. And we want to do everything we can to help you guys catch more and bigger fish. So trust me, we're not trying to keep you guys from that. So if we obviously find out you've done something that, you should have got clarity on, if there's something in the rules that you broke, then obviously at that point we have to, you got to suffer the consequences, right? There's discipline for that. So please let me know. Ask me now. Call me, text me, email me, and we can get that stuff resolved before the event. So it's been great, you guys. The weather's been beautiful all week. People are catching PBs. I know several have been caught already. Some really big fish I was shown at the Wednesday welcome dinner. So I'm excited to see what turns out. It's going to be a fun event. Still plenty of time for more folks to sign up. So I think we're going to have a nice little turnout and a good kickoff to the 2025 season, which is going to be a great year. If you're out there wanting to fish for the Angler of the Year or the Team of the Year, you just need to fish 2 of the regular season 6. So we have 6 regular season events, and our final event is Broodstock, our finale in Franklin, Pennsylvania. But you just need to fish 2 of those regular season 6. Add that to your score at Broodstock, and that's your AOI score. So if you're on a team looking to win the $5,000 team AOI grand prize or the $10,000 grand prize for the Angler of the Year, keep it in mind. It's not a big commitment. Obviously you can fish more than 1. You can fish 3 or 4 and give yourself some mulligans, but it's not too big of a commitment. And this is the start to all that. Okay. So we're excited to be down here and get it going. We're going to have a little bit of a cooler weather come in, but it's just not going to warm or cool the water down enough to really make too big of a difference. I think you guys are going to crush them. Tournament day Saturday is looking like 70 degrees and sunny. So it's going to be a great day on Saturday and a great weekend in Florida at Ocalapalooza. So let's get to some of the notes. If you guys have any comments, again, I'll try to answer them while I'm live. I'll only be live another 10 more minutes probably. So first off, I had a typo on the eligible water. There's a lake called Noonan's Lake, and I think we have on there Newman's Lake. So, and I can pull up the website. I can do that real quick just to make sure we're very clear on it. It's I'll share my screen. You guys can see this clear as day. It's just a typo. Let me share my screen. Ocalapalooza. There we go. So we had just written on our, you see where it says, I need to go in there and fix it. Newman's Lake. It's actually, when you look at it, it's actually Noonan's Lake. This one here. Newnanas. And that was just a typo. But we went over that in the official preview video as well. So hopefully you guys watched that and understood. And obviously you can just look at the map here. This map shows you all your core bodies of water. So if it's not connected to one of these core bodies of water, guys, it's not legal. It's got to be connected to one of these core bodies of water. While I got the map up, I will go ahead and talk about this. There are launch boundaries on some of the perimeters of, like this one right here, for example, on the Withlacoochee. Any launch boundary, you can, just a reminder, you guys, this is in the rules, but you can actually launch at a launch boundary and float or motor downstream here, for example, or upstream, depending on if your launch boundary is an upstream or downstream boundary. You can launch there and go outside of the boundary and even take out outside of the boundary. As long as you're taking out somewhere public, you do not have to return to that boundary. We just don't want people launching further away than that. We want to keep everyone within about an hour by the time they, are off the water to get back to the festival and the awards at the park in downtown Ocala. So here's another launch boundary on the Withlacoochee. The other one, this is the upstream launch boundary, even though it's south here. So you could certainly go further than those boundaries indicate there. There's one there on the Ocalaha River, and the one up here is, I believe, it's the Ocalaha River again on the other side of the Ocalaha as it feeds into the St. John. So you guys can go further and even take out there if you want to use an Uber or run a shuttle with a fellow angler, or if there's an outfitter, or you've got a friend or family in the area, that you can certainly do that and take advantage of, exploring more water. So that's just something to note there. Also, let's get into another thing here. Let me see if there's any questions. Not yet. I'll remove that screen here. Another thing to mention here is the waiver on the website. Just so you guys know, I guess I will pull the screen back in because the waiver is on the site. You do not have to fill this waiver out and sign it. When you register for the event, there's a checkbox, and you check that box and it says you agree to the rules waiver. The waiver is actually part of the rules. So you're agreeing to that there. We make it very simple for you guys. There's no waiver you have to sign and fill out. You're already agreeing to it and accepting it with that checkbox when you register on Tourney X. So if you go up and if you actually want to read the waiver, which again, I encourage, of course, I know a lot of people don't, but you can go to For Anglers and go to waivers and forms. Or you could go to downloadable resources. Maybe it's there. I think it's actually just on waivers and form. And it's right here. So the waiver, release of liability, it takes you to this page and it shows it right there. So that is what it is. It's very short. If you need to read it, we encourage that. And you are agreeing to that, like I said. Hang on, pull that screen back up when you register. So easy enough. Let's see what else. We added the bonus bucks, more bonus buck stuff. So again, I sent an email about this earlier. The bonus and contingency programs. You click on For Anglers. You click on bonus bucks programs, and you can see the GoPro guarantee and how you qualify for that. The Naqua Power Bonus, how you qualify for that. And the Toyota bonus bucks, the Omnia Pro, and what you receive as well. And the new canoe bonus, cross kicks bonus just got added today. So that's basically the top placing angler that is wearing cross kicks at the event. And the way we verify that is very simple. The shoes have to be shown in your Tourney X photos, your scoring photos of your fish. As you can see in these examples here, there's one of Jake Kepner. Here's one of Chris Mitchell. Here's one of myself wearing them on the Susquehanna River. So if we see cross kicks and you're the highest placing cross kicks wearer, you win a free pair of shoes. So you can give them to your wife or your kids or yourself for a second pair. So that's pretty cool. And this is just really, really good stuff and ways you can earn more money or win more prizes and money through all these programs. And more I'm sure will get added from our partners as the year goes on. Still plenty of time to sign up, guys, so we can hit that 125 number. It doesn't look like we're going to hit it for the GoPro guarantee. That's a bummer. I was really hoping to give away $10,000, but it's going to happen at some point, at this event. So, at an event this year. So I'm excited about that. But stop sharing the screen here. But those are all the bonus programs and extra ways you guys can win some money. There's still plenty of time to get signed up, get connected with a team. That a lot of times does happen at registration, the check-in registration day, opening ceremonies, which is tomorrow, 5 to 7 at Midtown Station. So you can connect with somebody. If you met someone tonight at the Wednesday welcome dinner and you guys clicked and you had a good time, maybe say, hey man, tomorrow, why don't you say, hey, let's team up together and fish this as a two-man team. And then also, obviously tonight, plenty of time for people to still get signed up and register. So if you know anybody who's on the fence, get them involved. It's going to be a great time. It's a lot of fun. No one's ever regretted fishing a Kayak Adventure Series tournament. I promise you that. I've never heard of it at least, but I'm sure somebody out there, something happened and somebody had a bad time because probably the fish's fault, of course. But anyway, still plenty of time for that. We want to get as many people in here. It looks like it's going to be a pretty decent turnout and obviously a fun time for everyone involved, catching a lot of big fish. So what is next? Someone was asking about the joint event for the Florida Kayak Bass Trail. I know they have kind of a free AOI points event. The identifier for that, as far as I know, we could talk to Chris, maybe he'll chime in, but I know he's going to tell you guys, I'm pretty sure it's the same identifier. As all you need is RKAS identifier, which you will get at the opening ceremonies tomorrow at Midtown Station. You'll get that. If you cannot make it to, for some reason something came up and you can't make it to the opening ceremonies tomorrow, please contact me and I will send you a link for you to be able to check in virtually. It's obviously highly incentivized to be there. We have a lot of cool stuff going on, a lot of great fellowship and fun. If you haven't looked at Midtown Station yet, it's basically like a food court, sort of a separate sort of like a food court at the mall, right? But it's a separate building and there's probably 5 or 6 different places in there. There's a brewery, there's a coffee shop, there's barbecue. There is a few other places to get food and drinks and just, you kind of get to pick what you want. So it's pretty cool. And then there's a central place to kind of hang out and sit and eat and drink. So we'll be there. It's a cool spot. We're going to be there again for the Bass U brunch on Friday as well, for the seminars and the breakfast there. And we're going to have food from that coffee shop. And because, we're not having to go buy the food and cook the food like we have in the past at some of the Bass U brunches, we drop that, like, again, it's an optional sort of free thing. I'm saying free. We want you guys to come and experience that. Shan O'Gorman is going to be speaking. He's a fisheries biologist. He's going to be speaking to you guys there. A really cool seminar. I'll probably get up there and do a short little seminar as well if we have time, and a little question and answer session as well. So it's going to be a fun time for fellowship and hanging out. And because the coffee shop there serves some great breakfast, like sandwiches and burritos and things like that, you're just going to get food from them, buy whatever you want. And then we've changed our optional, donation that, to help kind of cover the cost of some of the, bringing in the speakers and things like that, cover their, place to stay and gas money, fuel, whatever. I'm fortunate that I've got a lot of friends in the industry who are willing to come and speak, and other kayak anglers, like you've seen last year, with Christine or Russ, Jeff Little, Josh Shrinko. We had a lot of good speakers in the kayak side. And this year we'll have some more in the kayak side of things and also the bass boat world. So it helps us cover our costs a little bit on some of those things. We just appreciate anybody that wants to donate. $15 is the suggested donation for us putting on the Bass U brunch. If you don't have $15 to donate, no worries. Come, show up, have fun, eat breakfast, fellowship. No one's checking anything. You guys, there's a link on the website on how to donate for that. If you want to donate more, if you appreciate us putting this on, we obviously appreciate that. It's, not of course required, but if you click on your events and go to Ocala, Florida, the way you register and we're technically not really registering. You just show up for the Bass U brunch at 10 a.m. at Midtown Station. But the way you can go over there and donate to it, if you would like to do that and appreciate it, then just click register now right here. Takes you to this page and it'll say $15 is suggested, but you can click on, change the amount right here. Click on change the amount. I'm a college kid. I'm poor. I only got $5. change it to 5 and then click donate. So very easy. Let's keep this page up. Actually, let me share this tab so we can kind of go over the lay of the land real quick. So pre-fishing ends 5 p.m. Anglers must be off the water. So that's the same time that our check-in starts, 5 p.m. to 7, or, check-in. And at Midtown Station, it ends around 8 p.m. We'll head out of there. Again, Bass U Brunch is 10 to 12:30. We're going to get you guys out of there as soon as possible. One thing to note here with that Bass U Brunch is 12:30 at the end of that is when your identifier code goes live. So you're going to get that a little bit earlier if you show up to the Bass U Brunch in person. We'll give you that code. You'll need to write that on your identifier that we give you at the check-in registration day opening ceremonies. And if you're, for some reason, you cannot make it, if you check in virtually and you contact me and I send you the link to check in virtually, you'll need to go on the website here. Of course, if you scroll up to the top, you'll see it says printable identifier. Click here. So you can just click on them. It's also down here as well. So you can click on it. It pulls it up. One thing I will note, guys, I'm actually going to put this in the rules just to be very clear. There is a day 1 and day 2 identifier, and the one we give you will have a front and a back side. So you'll want to flip that over for day 2 for Saturday and write the new identifier code, which you'll receive on Friday evening when I go live to kind of cover what's happened on Friday, kind of go over the results on the Friday kind of half day session of fishing. You'll get it then. But like I said, at the end of the Bass U Brunch at around 12:30, it'll go live for you guys, for everyone. It'll show up on TourneyX when you click on identifiers. You'll get we usually post it on Instagram as well, so you guys can see what that code is. And all you're going to do in this top, let me see if I can zoom in here, on this top marquee, this movie theater marquee, you're just always going to write this year. This is our universal identifier. You're going to write the city and state name, like Ocala, Florida, or you could just write Ocalapalooza. Doesn't matter, either one. And then your identifier code is going to go in this section here, this bigger section. Now, if you make a mistake and you put all the right information, the right code, everything on it, and you got day 1 and it's day 2, whatever, that's fine. I'm going to put it in the rules. That's still going to count. But we want you guys to flip it over to the backside and use day 2. And if you print this off in person, we want you guys to print both of them, both sides, and then use day 2, use the proper day. But just to be clear, guys, you're not going to get disqualified if you got the wrong day 1 or day 2 card, but you got everything else right, the code and everything. Obviously, you didn't catch those fish some other day and magically guess our freaking code. Like, it's common sense. That's why we have our first rule in the Kayak Adventure series is the common sense rule. We know you caught those fish, but we definitely want you to still use the proper side of the card. So a mistake like that is not a DQable mistake in our eyes. So let's go back to the other tab. All right, so let's see. Bass U Brunch is going to be fun. The tournament day 1, you do have a 30-minute window to go where you want to go on that afternoon. 2:30 is when you can get on the water, launch. Your lines in time is 3 p.m. Lines out at 7. That's going to be right at dark. You guys get right up to the last moments. This is really cool that you guys get to fish. This series is really unique in that you get an afternoon bite, you get a weekday, and some people may not be able to make it for Friday or just part of it. And that's fine if you live local and you got full-time job and can't make it. But either way, it's a 5-fish tournament between both days. It's a total of 5 fish. So some people may skunk on Friday or catch 1 dink or whatever, or replace every one of their 5 fish on Saturday. And that happens a lot. So it essentially makes Friday kind of a moot point. But that day, you're going to get those 30 minutes to get where you want to go because you only got 4 hours in the water. So we want to give you those 30 minutes. And then 7 p.m. is your lines out time. Keep in mind, guys, that it is dark right at 7. So I want you guys to make sure you're safe. Make sure you have proper lighting if you are going to be out there still motoring or paddling after dark. And then get back to that ramp safely. And then get ready because, you're going to be up early again on Saturday. And one reason, by the way, your fish deadline, as you can see there, is 8:30 p.m. So there's no other place this information exists. There's no other place like TourneyX that's not there. It's only here on the website. So you guys cannot mess up. We can't mess up. Actually, it's more for me that we don't put the information in multiple places and forget to change it. It's all right here. We're all following the same script, if you will. This is our Bible. Like, this is what we're going by here. Photo deadline is 8:30 p.m. You're not rushed. Some people have bad service in some areas. Do not feel rushed with the Kayak Adventure Series ever. You've got an hour and a half to get those photos in. And as we judge them, if there's some discrepancy or you have a better photo, if you got penalized, for some reason because your mouth was, cracked open too much or whatever, then you still have plenty of time to get a new photo to us. We'll fix it. We want you to get as much as credit for what the fish actually is. So if you can prove with the mouth closed that it is 18 inches or whatever, we want that for you. So we're going to give you plenty of time on day one. Day two, you still have an hour and 15 minutes. Day two, you can see here, your launch is at 7 a.m. and your lines in is also at 7 a.m. And that is not a typo. You guys got to realize that if let's say you're fishing as far away at one of those farthest points of this radius, and you have 30 minutes to even paddle or motor off the water just to get to your launch, then it takes another 30 minutes to load up and get up. Then it takes you an hour to drive back. You got to get dinner. You got to get showered. You got to get rigged up for the next day. You got to get batteries on charge. It's going to be a tough time-wise already. So we always like to make sure it's as easy as possible and as comfortable as possible, so you guys don't have to be waking up at 3:30 in the morning the next day. So lines in and launches at 7 a.m. both, just because, if it's 30 minutes sooner than that, launch time, that's another 30 minutes backing yourself up. You got to wake up and get going. And, you still got a nice 8-hour day. You got 4 hours on Friday as well. So you got, 12 hours total of fishing to get 5 fish. So it just wasn't necessary. The other sort of reason we do that, and I'm not saying we'll never not give a 30-minute window or do something different, but another reason is it's safe light at that time at 7 a.m. And what that means is for you guys who are kind of beginners or intermediate, maybe don't understand all of the laws regarding your lighting in the morning with your 360 light, your red and green light, you're not going to be, breaking the law or rule, because at that point it's already safe light and it's okay to get out there without that such equipment. So anyway, that kind of clears that up for people who did have a question if that was accurate. 7 a.m. was both lines in and launch. Lines out is at 3 p.m. It's always at 3 p.m. for KAS. The launch time in the summer will be earlier, so you have more time, like a 9-hour day at certain KAS events on Saturday. But your fish photo upload deadline is 4:15. So that's an hour and 15 minutes, because we do need to start quick. It's an hour and 15 minutes. It's still a lot of time, but we do have to start getting things organized for who's going to be winning what, and writing your names on checks. You're going to get your checks right when you walk off stage. As long as you fill out your W-9, you fill out a W-9 real quick, and we give you your check. Easy enough. You can cash it on Monday once the protest period is cleared. Cash it on Monday, and bada bing, bada boom, as quick as you can possibly get your money. It makes it easier for us too. We get to hand you a check, and we're done with it. I don't got to worry about paying you guys through any other means afterwards. So I like it too. Your closing ceremony festival after you get off the water at 3 p.m. starts at 3 for those people who are back early or had a really good day and are back early, or a really bad day, which can happen. But please come back and enjoy the fun and the festivities. We're going to have a food truck there, so come hungry at the festival there from 3 to 5:30. It's going to be Big Lee's Barbecue. We also are going to have some yard games. We're going to have, what else are we having there? All of our vendors there who are showing up to this event. We're going to have that new canoe we're going to raffle off for autism anglers. You guys can check that out. We're going to have the good folks from Nocwa there. We're going to have the Cross Kicks guys are there. We're going to have Raccoon Creek Outfitters is going to be there. I'm trying to think. I'm missing somebody, obviously missing lots of people, but we're going to have it all set up there. It's going to be a really good time, a lot of fun. And then we're going to head into the Riley at 6 p.m. As you can see there, the Riley is right next to where we're going to be. So that's pretty much it. That's the lay of the land, guys. If you zoom in, I will at least show you on this map here. I don't know if I can turn this. I don't know. I can turn this full screen, but hopefully you guys can see this here. This is where Midtown Station is right here. It says Infinite Ale Works and Sipping Grounds. This is Midtown Station. So there is, I believe, parking in the back here. Actually, don't remember. It wasn't open. It's actually a brand new place. It wasn't open when I was here site visit. So you can just kind of find some parking. I believe that's the parking lot right here and right here. There's probably a little parking, I believe. That's I don't know. Maybe in front there's parking. We'll figure that out. And should be a good time there. And then on the other side of the park here is where our festival is going to be right here. I'll send an email out with all this stuff too, guys. So right here is our festival in this little area right here, and your food trucks are going to be here. There's plenty of parking for the event here and here. Plenty of parking for trailers. If you guys have trailers, there's a little bit of parking right here at the park, right here. Guys, this is easy. You're going to have fun. Plenty of parking, plenty of trailer parking all around this area. The Riley is a great venue. Got a couple big theaters there. And there's a concert at 7 p.m., a cover band concert going on too at 7, right when we end. Cover band pretty much starts. So if you guys want to celebrate there, you can just stay in that area. It's going to be a good time. I'm trying to think if I missed anything else. It's going to be, let's see, virtual check-in. Oh, if you're not going to be at the check-in, guys, if you're going to be at check-in, I need you to, if you were one of the first 50 who registered and you got one of those sponsors gift bags, I need you to please have someone pick up your gift bag, because it gets complicated. Like, oh, bring it to like the next day or whatever. Bring it to the brunch or bring it to the festival and the awards. We've tried that in the past, and like it sounds easy, but it's not always as easy as it sounds, because I'm going in a million directions all the time. I don't know where I've left this or that, or where I just have too many things to think about. So please have somebody pick up your welcome bag, or you may not get it. It just may not be something you'll get, but it's $100 worth of really cool products from our sponsors. We appreciate those folks. And I think that's it. We're going to, sell some raffle tickets and raise as much money as we can, raffling off that new canoe U10 for the autism anglers. And we can sell raffle tickets starting at the opening ceremonies. We might have the new canoe already there. I'm not sure when that's getting delivered yet. But and then again, at the Bashy Brunch, we'll sell them. We'll sell them again at the festival. And let's see. We will have a few things for sale at the registration. Like, so if you want to qualify for the NACWA power bonus, you can buy the NACWA stuff there. Bill from NACWA is here. So he has plenty of stuff there. You can sign up to be an Omnia Pro. You can use KAS Pro as your code to get a $50 gift certificate for signing up for the Omnia Pro app. So it's only $50 to register or to sign up for it. You get a $50 gift card. So it's basically free. And of course, you get all the benefits to the app. It's a pretty awesome app. So go check it out if you're not aware of that app yet, which you should be. KAS Pro is the code. Florida Bass Nation has an event on Sunday. You guys can fish if you want to stick around. Registration page, I believe, is linked on the website, or will be if it's not already. And I think that's it, guys. Let me check any comments here. A lot of people saying,
can you hear me back here?
Yeah, I can hear Jake. You got to come.
Talk about what was the lines in consensus? Like for Friday, what was the time?
The lines in? Lines in for Friday. We've talked about 3. 3 is lines in on Friday and 2:30 for lunch on Friday.
What's lines out?
Lines out 7, 3 to 7 on Friday. Same thing. Usually we do 3 to 7. Let me see if there's any questions. Wolf of Walmart's he's excited. He's stoked, even though he lives all across the country. He's following along, so that's awesome. Tyler Bean said he wished he was here. We do too, man. I know you got to work. You wanted to be at this one, but let's see. How much are raffle tickets? I think raffle tickets were like 5 for $20 or 1 for $5 last year. It's the same thing this year. So we'll have some KAS merch. If you guys want to buy the KAS hats and the merch, you got that. We got some bigger stickers this year too. Some bigger decals we'll have. You'll get a small decal in your gift bag already. We'll have bigger ones there. And yeah, we're excited. That's been your need to know. And now we are good to go, guys. So have fun, and we'll see you at the check-in and registration opening ceremonies tomorrow at Midtown Station. So see you there. Later, guys.